Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at 151 and say, hang on a second, 151 is back in stock on the Pokémon Center. This is awesome. This is great, this is wonderful, this is brilliant, and I tell you now, this is the kind of thing that makes a difference, because it's been a while. It's been a little while since 151 dropped. To see it coming back on the Pokemon Center like this is genuinely awesome and brilliant and wonderful, and it is going to make a big difference in terms of how easy this is to find. Now, I am not telling you that every single thing is going to be available. I'm not telling you that every single product is available. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the set as a whole is available. And some of the most sought after products are available. And this is awesome. In the UK. Now, I hate to say it, but over in the US on the Pokemon Center, we're not in the same position. For that, I can only apologize. Over in the US, the entire thing is showing as sold out, which is kind of rubbish, honestly, and I'm sorry, and there's not really a huge amount I can do about this. Everything is showing as sold out over in the US, which is rubbish, all right? But we've seen this time and time again, where things show up on the UK site, and then you give it some time, and then all of a sudden they show up on the US site as well. So I'm telling you right up front here that this is currently showing up on the UK site, not the US site. But I'm also telling you that that does not mean it won't show up on the US site in the future. And this is generally like very, very good news. So one of the coolest things here, I told you the other day that the stock shortages for the booster bundles might be over, because the Paldean Fates booster bundles have just stayed in stock, which has not been the case. Like the 151 booster bundles came into stock, sold out almost immediately, and as I showed you the other day, like they come back periodically, but it's not been the same. Whereas with Paldean Fates, they've just literally came in stock, and they're just readily available. The Paldean Fates booster bundles are just there, they're in stock, and it's genuinely wonderful. Like over on the Pokemon Center, the Paldean Fates booster boxes, or the booster bundles I should say, yeah, they're just there. Just there and ready to go, which is lovely. And I'm sure they will sell out at some point. These things often do. I mean, at some point, it's got to sell out, surely. But right now, yeah, they're just there. And as a side note, that is in the US and in the UK, they are just readily available. Whatever Pokemon have done for the booster bundles over in, well, everywhere, all around the world, whatever they've done has been very successful, frankly, because they're staying in stock and they're just available, and it's wonderful. 151, they've come back in the UK. Now, there was a weird thing going on yesterday where it was showing as sold out, but then when you clicked on it, it would actually let you buy it, which is kind of cool. Although weird that it was hidden. And I'm seeing reports that you can only buy like one at a time, and you can only buy so many, and then it stops you buying them. Admittedly, you know, right now there's a purchase limit of 1 on the booster bundle, and I'm hearing that if you put in like 5 orders, it'll stop you putting in any more. This is unconfirmed. I'm not buying 5 booster bundles just to check if this works. I'm not spending over 100 quid just to test somebody's theory, but I have heard it from several different people at this stage that they are essentially limiting it to 5 individual orders, limiting it to 1 at a time. But this is good, because I told you that these booster bundles are, well, they're selling out super quickly, and they're really hard to get hold of. Paldean Fates aren't, but 151 is. They are a pain to get hold of, and so keeping them in stock means putting lower purchase limits, because people want these. People want to hoover these up. Putting in the purchase limits is lovely and wonderful. And look, I've told you before, these booster bundles are the best way. For these special sets, they are the best way to get packs. No promos, no nothing else. Literally just a case of you get yourself 6 packs for the price of 6 packs. It's a great deal. It is the best way to actually be picking them up. In terms of just packs, it's great. So this is awesome. What else is available? Well, in the UK, we've actually got the big hitters. The Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. Remember, that does have the stamped Snorlax promo, which is big. The booster bundle, the Ultra Premium collection, and the poster collection, which I know isn't actually a big hit like that in terms of product, but it does have the Okacheke Bulbasaur promo, so for me it is a bit of a big hit. And not everything else is. If you want the binder collection, that's gone. If you want the EX boxes, they're gone. It's not on the mini tins. Who even wants a mini tins at this point? Surely the best reason to buy mini tins is to get fairly cheap packs, but if the booster bundle's in stock, just buy that instead. So, fine, I'm telling you the mini tins are sold out, but I'm also telling you I don't really care that the mini tins are sold out. Sorry if that makes me sound mean. But we're here in a situation where the best products are in stock. And this is wonderful. And it really bodes well. Remember, 151, it's been a while since this actually released. The set came out on September the 22nd. That was a while ago at this stage. Yeah? 6 months ago nearly. And we're now getting a restock of the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. Which, not for nothing, I've told you many times and I mean it, usually that comes into stock for pre-order, sells out, comes back into stock on release day, and then goes away and never comes back. The idea that it's actually coming back almost 6 months later is bizarre, but not unwelcome, frankly. Not unwelcome at all. So what should you do with this information? And what you should do with it is, if you want to pick this stuff up, pick it up. It's right there. If you're in the UK, on the Pokemon Center, the Elite Trainer box, the Ultra Premium collection, the poster collection, the booster bundle, it's all there. If you want to get it, pick it up. What if you're not in the UK? Why should you care? And the reason you should care is because there's clearly another run of 151 somewhere. Now, again, as with all of these, we don't exactly know what's going on. Maybe it's like an actual full-on proper job reprint. Maybe it's not actually a reprint, but it is in fact some old stock they found in the back of a warehouse that they're giving out. I don't know. What I do know, however, is that generally speaking, and this is not confirmed, obviously, but generally speaking, what we see is it comes in on the Pokemon Center because there's more of it around. And then it starts coming in other places, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and that is wonderful. And there's going to come a time where 151 sells out, obviously. We're just not there yet. And I think we all need to give props to Pokemon here, because clearly, what has happened is that Pokemon have gone, you know what? That 151 set's pretty popular, right? What if we just kept printing it? What if we went a little bit silly and just printed, and made it like super available? And you know what? Seems to be working. Absolutely seems to be working. I very honestly told you at the beginning of the video that this is not yet showing on the Pokemon Center US, and it might not show on the Pokemon Center US. But also, by the same token, I think there's a pretty good chance. And obviously 151, it's a great set. It's got the $115 Charizard. And then you've got, your Blastoise and your Venusaur. You've got your special illustration rares Zapdos and Alakazam. And then, of course, you've got your first partner Pokemon artwork rares or illustration rares, which are beautiful. You've got the Pikachu as well, which is a very sought-after card. It's a lovely piece of art with all those other Pokemon rocking on there as well. It is a very cool set with lots of very, very cool cards in. And even once you go beyond the quote-unquote money cards, the value cards, the ones that are going to, give you value in your booster pack per se, how about Full Art Daisy's Help for $5? The Okacheke Mr. Mime for $5. Don't know how I feel about the Mr. Mime, because I love Okacheke the artist, but I despise Mr. Mime, so I really don't know where to go with this. Sorry about that. But Arbok and Wigglytuff and Golem got EXs in this set. Who had them down as the Pokemon they thought were going to be getting EXs in the set? I think 151 is a great set. I am a huge fan of this set, and seeing it come back into stock here, I think is absolutely phenomenal. Do we know how long it's going to last? No, honestly. We have no idea how long this is going to last. We have no idea where we go with this. But as it stands at the moment, it's there and it's available and it's in stock. And like I say, for the moment, yes, it is UK only. Keep an eye out. And even if it's not on the Pokémon Center US, we may well start seeing drops coming in on other stores in the US that aren't the Pokémon Center. We don't know. But we're 6 months on and we've just seen what is very, very, very clearly a big restock. And I know it's a big restock because it's staying in stock. It hasn't sold out instantly. And yeah, I know they put the purchase limits on. That's fine. But it's not selling out instantly, which should basically tell you everything you need to know. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me what you've picked up from 151. Tell me what is left on your hit list for 151. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Dingus Flingus, who's been a support of ours for a little while now, one of our newer patrons, but seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.